Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here at our very first member-only live stream. I am literally still buttoning my shirt from getting everything set up for this, so I appreciate everybody being patient as we muddle through our first few attempts at this. We've got a fair number of folks online. Tom Haver is here. Good to see you, Tom. Thanks for coming by. And we've got our first community poll in. The world has voted. And it looks like we're going to be going with Commander number 3 this time, who is our friend and yours, the one and only Mr. Chad Condi. We will be executing his orders here shortly. It's interesting because I normally have a little counter that tells me how many people are online. But I guess because it's a member-only poll, it just shows me, or a member-only live stream, it's showing me 0. So is anybody out there? Can anybody see me? I have no idea. All right, cool. So I do see we've got a couple folks here in the chat. We're going to give just a couple of minutes here. I'm going to change my wait time here. It's normally, I think, set to 3 minutes. I'm going to let it run because that's what it's set at, but then we'll come back in about 2 minutes. I'm going to grab a drink. You go ahead and grab a drink. We're going to be executing the Russia 1 orders from Commander Condi here in just a few moments. We will be right back. Grab a drink. Oh, but tell us who you voted for in the chat, because it was pretty close between number 3 and number 5. We're actually pretty close. So tell us who you voted for in the commanders in the chat, and make sure you hit that like button for us because it'll help push it out to the rest of the members, and it also shows it as a member-only video to other people on their walls. So it hopefully will entice some more folks to join us. But anyway, hit that like button. Let us know who you voted for, and we will be right back with the Douginator, the Doug Thorpe, the Thorpeinator. I'm going to stop now. We'll be back in a minute. Okay. Well. All right, we're back. You might notice something missing behind me that was there a second ago. It's over there. First, let me say that right there is from my my 4-year-old grandson, Byron. He made that for me, which was very nice. So we've got somebody who hasn't, I don't think, has been on our live streams in the past. Mr. Tom Haver is here, and so tonight, in his honor, we'll be rolling into a diplomacy box. Tom runs lots of diplomacy events all around the country and around the world, for that matter. And in fact, he ran the U.S. Nationals tournament that we captured at Gen Con, as well as the Masters tournament that we were invited to cover at WSBG, World Series of Board Gaming in Las Vegas. So Good to see you, Tom. Thanks for being here. And we are really looking forward to, we're going to get through this global piece, and then our next big project is covering that U.S. Nationals final from Gen Con. The footage that we've already seen from that is actually really, really cool, and I think everybody's going to really like it. So I hope you guys stick around for that. And Paul, yes, has spotted something that I'm excited to share with everybody. I've been posting some pictures in some of the forums and on the Discord server. I'm saving the best pictures for you guys, though. So we've got Stalingrad has arrived. It made its way through the Memphis mail, which is no small feat. This is just the box top, of course. The bottom is here, but all of the components are over there on my table getting their picture taken at the moment. So, but I want to put this up here so you guys can see what we've got, and I can tell you guys, it looks really good. I'm really, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm still going through the process of like getting it set up, so I'm taking pieces of shots of all the individual pieces, and then I'll take pictures of it all set up and with everything punched and all that. So that should be pretty cool. So we're looking forward to that. Let's bring in everybody. Say hi to Mr. Doug Thorpe. He's here. Hi, Doug.
Hey, guys. Good to be here.
Doing? Why am
all right?
I feel short.
You feel short? Am I just tilted down too much or something?
No, I'm.
Oh, okay.
My camera moved. But anyway, okay. So before we jump into the Russians' turn, I wanted to ask while everybody's here, how did you make your decision? So I'm thinking about like, did the sheet work? Right. I saw people, and I see some folks in there now that were looking at the sheet to kind of see what was what after the orders were in. Oh, I forgot. For Doug. Glockenspiel. Whenever Doug arrives. Okay, so how did I need to know, I need some feedback on this sheet. I want to make sure that it worked for everybody and that that everybody was happy with it. If there was anything in there that you thought was missing. I've talked to the commanders about it, and they seem, pretty okay with it. I should tell all the commanders while they're here that I did add something for UK1 when we get to that. There's a box in there that's for brief description. So like when I did the poll, I kind of made up the description. The drag is that in the poll, you only get 55 characters to put in there the thing that people can vote for. So it's not great, but it does work. It's not as clean as it's not as much space there as I think is really necessary to do everything, which is why I kind of referred people back to the sheet. But
to accurately describe the set of moves.
Yeah. So Bill, the sheet worked, but it was tough without the pictures and the board set up at the house. I know what you mean. Somebody, and I want to give them a particular shout out because these were actually really good photos. Nathan A&A, he has the game set up at home, and he took photos of the game and posted it in that Battle Updates channel on the Discord. And so you can see the pictures there, but he only took pictures of the things that had changed and not the entire map. So I think in the future, what we'll do is I am the one supposed to be taking these pictures, but before I even had the chance, he had posted these in this channel. So it was, took a little bit of work off my plate, but I think that we'll be able to, okay. Oh, and now I'm seeing in that same thing that in that same Battle Updates, he did post a picture of the western half of the board before Russia's first turn. So it is there, but I can see where it would be difficult without having the game set up at home. Again, I'm really looking for some kind of digital answer to this in terms of having a place where everybody can go and look at it on a screen and move around like Tabletopia or something like that. I'd really love to be able to see that. Okay, so Pizza Man, aka Commander Chad, Commander Condi, is said that he's got it home and that he'll post in the world chat Yeah, yes, that would be helpful. I think we just need to be careful of not like overloading this. So in my head, and again, like building the airplane in the air, but in my head, the way this was going to work is that I would have the pictures in the battle updates page or channel, and then everybody could use those pictures to do all of their strategery, and then be able to vote or write their orders or whatever role they were playing in this particular game. But we will see. But yeah, it seems like it's so more pictures. So I guess the answer to my question is we just need more pictures to make sure that it's working properly. So we will. Yes, great. Okay. Yeah. So this is what I'm after here is that he's got it set up on Tabletop Simulator. Hey, Cray, and can probably provide a flyover there. What I would love to do is be able to find a Kibitz link or a view-only link for that game that can be shared. And that would be, to me, that's the nuts. Because then you might have to pay to download Tabletop Simulator, which is a little bit annoying, but then everybody can be in that game all the time and be able to see it without like messing with all the pieces, right? Like that's kind of the idea. And it's certainly an answer for folks that don't happen to have a copy of this particular version of the game. So we want to make sure everybody gets a chance to play. What did you think of it, Doug? You took a look at it, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I do have the game set up here. I didn't think about that with someone who didn't have the game set up. But yeah, I would think either having a game set up or, I mean, maybe a couple of close pictures. But as we get further into the game, that's going to be harder as bombers are like, Russia and German front. It's pretty compact. A few pictures there could tell the story. But when you got a bomber that's flying 6 spaces to do something, unless you have pictures of the entire board, it will be tough.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try. Well, no, I will today when we're done. By the time we got done on Friday night, I was exhausted, but I will tonight, and I'm hoping to not be on for 2 hours tonight. But I will take pictures of the post-mortem or the final board state at the end of well, I'll have to do that in the middle. So while we're doing that, I'll take pictures of the Russians when that's done. While we're talking about what we want to do with the German pieces, I'll take some pictures so that I can share those with everybody. Then we'll do the German piece, and then we'll take pictures of that again, and then send that out. And then pictures of the entire kind of, probably 10 pictures of all of the different spaces where the UK is, because they're going to need to be able to see, like, okay, I'm going to move from South Africa to Persia or whatever, right? Like they can't do it on this first term, but you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, so I think that's good. All right. And all right, so let's see how this goes. We do have, I've got an iPad set up on the other table that has the commander's moves on it. So I should be able to do that. So are you guys ready to jump into the Russians move, or is there any other questions out there? Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Let's do it.
Are you ready to roll some thunder here?
I want to get a camera set up on my end so I can roll some too.
We can make that happen. We can work that out. That's not that hard, actually. Yeah, but I do like this. So today's dice box. Hey, you know what? If you're out there and looking for something to sponsor, the dice box of the day. I think that might be a thing. We'll see how that goes. All right. So today it's diplomacy for Mr. Tom Haver. Now let me jump over to the other side. Yeah, Chad wants you to roll. All right. We'll see. All right. So I'm jumping over to the other side here. We're going to change camera angles, and I did get I made some adjustments to this down shot, so hopefully it's a little bit clearer. If I can find it. There it is. All right. How's that look? Because now we can see both sides of the map. I hope that makes more sense. Oh, we now have an echo. Yeah, let me fix that. Okay, is it gone now?
No.
How about now?
Not really.
Okay.
I can hear myself with about half a second delay.
Okay, how about now? Is that working?
No.
You can still hear yourself.
Yep.
Okay. Use a Mac, they said. It'll be easy, they said.
Yeah.
Mute that and unmute that. How about that?
That sounds a lot better. Yeah, that does it.
Okay, well. Hey, Charles, welcome to the show. Okay, well, unfortunately, it's going to be hard to hear me because now the mic is on the opposite side. Let me try that one more time and see if this gets any better. So I'm going to turn off this mic. Turn this one on. Okay, how are we feeling?
Yeah.
What's that sound?
It sounds like you're in a big echoey room.
Okay, but are you hearing your echo?
I am, yeah.
Oh, great gravy. Okay. Okay. Well, I thought I had solved this, but yeah. Right. So Craig, you're right. It is coming out of my laptop speakers, but that's the only way that I can hear Doug. So that's the only way that can kind of work. And now I'm going to have to. All right. So we're going to try this. I'm going to go around to the other side of the table and see if you can still hear me in the camera that I normally talk into.
Do you have AirPods? You could just put me through your laptop in your ear or something. I don't know if everyone else would be able to hear me.
Right, that would be, well, all right, let's give that a try. Let's see if that works, because I do have these guys. Thanks for your patience, everybody. We'll look for as we work through this.
We'll get it figured out.
Okay, how about now? What's that sound like?
You sound good to me.
Okay, now I have you in my ear.
Okay.
So let me just try to switch back to the mic on the other camera.
Okay.
Okay, how about now?
You're still echoey, but I can't
Right,
hear myself.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm actually under the camera over here. How about, does that sound okay? Or is it still really echoey?
It's still echoey. I mean, I can understand what you're saying though. It's not unbearable, but there are some quality issues there.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe just,
I've got. You want to push through, or you want me to try to find something?
I'm inclined to push through. It'd be good to hear from the chat if they can hear me, and if it's fine for them.
Yeah. How's it sound for you guys? Is it okay over there? Okay.
I actually do have a 12-year-old Jed.
Jed.
We can have him do some rolling.
Right. Exactly. Can we get a 12-year-old in here to sort this out? Okay, fine. Okay, so I'm going to try one thing here that might help.
Hey, they said they can hear me as long as you keep quiet. It's fine.
Great. Okay. All right, is that better?
It's not any different.
That's not any different. Okay, well.
I mean, maybe a very slightly bit, but.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go. Let's move on. I'll work on that for next time. Okay. So the audience has spoken. Can they hear me?
Yeah, people are saying it's okay in the chat.
Okay, good. And also, everybody, I can no longer see the chat, unfortunately, from where I'm at. So, so Doug and Jamie's here. So she, if something gets particularly haywire, she'll throw something at me. But the vote's in, and I believe it was 44% of the vote went for Mr. Commander number 3, and Mr. Condi, Lieutenant Condi, Commander Condi, whatever it is that we're doing. Okay. Okay. And the Air Force has won out, you beautiful, beautiful people. I know that there was a lot of debate about that, and I appreciate you guys embracing the madness. And they picked up 2 infantry, 2 artillery, and 1 fighter. Safe 0. So they have spent all 24 of their IPCs, which is good. All right, so now for orders, it looks like we're going to be attacking Manchuria, we're going to be attacking Belarusia, and we're going to be attacking eastern Ukraine. All right, so let me see if I can work this out. But they're not attacking Ukraine, which is interesting. Okay, so 3 infantry from Karelia to Belarusia, and 3 infantry and the tank from Archangel into Belarusia, 1 artillery into Belarusia, 3 infantry and the tank from Russia into eastern Ukraine. Let me rearrange a bit here. And it's just 1 tank? Yeah, it's just 1 tank here. Into these pieces up here.
And the tanks go north into Belarus.
Oh, you are correct. So that's going to go that way. Okay. These guys are there. That goes over there. Very good. And next is the bomber to eastern Ukraine. I made the mistake the other day of picking this up from the top and watching it fall all over the place. They go everywhere. Okay. So the bomber's moved 1. Where's the fighter going? I'm assuming he's going to Belarusia.
He's going to eastern Ukraine.
Eastern Ukraine. It is going to eastern Ukraine. Okay. Interesting. So that will have moved 2 to get here. Okay. And no one moved from Caucasus. Am I reading that right?
No, the Caucasus move in. They're all going into eastern Ukraine.
Oh, they're all moving to eastern Ukraine.
Yep.
Oh, there they are. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, 3 infantry,
I see now.
artillery, and tank. Yeah.
It's a party in eastern Ukraine.
Right. I appreciate them leaving that complex for us.
That is friendly. That is very friendly of them. All right. And then the one guy from here to here, I need an infantry. We'll go ahead and give that to them. Or back to the Chinese, rather.
That was uncalled
Okay.
for.
Yeah, that is a clear violation of some convention.
Yeah.
All
We had a
right.
treat up there.
Something like that. Okay, let me grab a couple of quick shots here. Okay, and I think that's that for now. All right, so those are the combat moves. I've got a slate of non-combat moves to get through in just a moment, but it is time to roll. We have something coming in from the comments. Can you make sure that the orders stay visible to the world? Paul, do you mean the order sheet? Is that your question? Because if so, then yeah, you can. You should be able to look at that pretty easily. And I'm going to leave those in there as the game goes on. So if that's your question, let me know if that's what you're after.
Yeah, all the battles have 6 men, 2 armor, 1 artillery, but then eastern Ukraine has the fighter and the bomber. So they're the same battle, it's just a little extra air.
Right. All right, I say we start in Belarusia, yeah?
Belarusia? Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. All right, so here's six ones.
Hold on. You got five ones and 2 twos.
Oh, you're right. There's the artillery over there. Yep, good call. So here's the 5 ones. You got a full house. 6 is full of 5s.
Keep it up, Gary.
Okay.
They're gonna think you're using loaded dice.
I promise you we're going to use the same dice for both sides, so I don't hear about it, okay? All right, here's the 2 twos. 1 hit.
1.
Boom. And now the 2 threes. 2 hits.
2 hits.
Okay. Obviously, we'll be taking a couple of infantry.
Yeah.
We're going to come back to that later.
Just hit him 3
and
times.
now, yep. And to be clear, we're playing tournament rules here, so anything not in the box is not a roll, so it bounces out or whatever. I don't want to hear about what it looked like on the floor. All right, there it is. 1 hit. 1 hit. Okay, so we'll take an infantry. All right, so that is a Russian infantry. I am assuming they're going to want to press here. I didn't get any notes in the orders to retreat after a strafe or anything like that, so we're going to push.
Everyone's like, "This is familiar." Where's Jane?
Yeah, I'm going to... Yeah, so Chad is here. Pizza Man is here. This is one of those... Yeah, this is one of those instances where I would really like to know whether you would like to retreat to Archangel. They're saying to go? Jamie's here trying to relay with us.
Press. Charles Hall said press. Yeah, they want to press.
Okay, all right, we're pressing the attack then. Okay, so that gives us 4 infantry, 4 ones rather, right? 3, 4 ones.
Yeah.
4 ones.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, 4 ones. I do know how to play this game, I swear. Okay, nothing. 2 twos. Still nothing. 2 threes. All right, you got him. All right, and he returns fire and hits.
Yes.
Okay. That's that guy. All right, so we're going in here. He's coming out this way. These, the 2 tanks, and the artillery are now all in Belarusia, kicking out the Germans.
1 artillery and 2 tanks left, right?
They got, looks like 4 infantry. No. There were 6. We hit 3 times, right? Am I crazy? There were 6. I'm showing 3 hits.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
No, we only had 2 hits. We only had 2 hits. Yeah. Yeah, we had once in the first round, and then the last guy also hit. So yeah, so this is correct. So it's 4 infantry, and artillery, and 2 tanks.
You gotta watch us, guys. You gotta watch us.
Would you please? Because we're not very good at this.
Yeah. Everyone's like,
Okay.
hit 2. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so now we got, again, we're same thing here. 5 ones.
This long to start cheating.
I know, right? Man, it's hard to cheat with all you guys watching.
I know, man.
All right, so now we're in Eastern Ukraine. So this is 5 ones.
5 ones.
Yep. Once again, another full house. 6 is full of 5s. I love this game. This is a great game. You guys are doing great.
How can you roll 3 6s and 2 5s twice in a row like that?
I don't know. I'm just lucky. All right, and the 2s. 1 hit there.
Yep.
Okay, and now we've got 1, 2, 3 threes. 3 threes. 2 hits there, so 3 all day.
That'll do it.
And now the bomber at a 4.
Oh no, this one's
misses.
different. Yeah. There's 3. Okay.
Right. Okay, so we had 3 hits. Yeah, 2 infantry, the artillery.
Yep.
Oh, I know what I did. I know. I see why I screwed that up before. Okay. Okay, so there's 2 infantry, the artillery. All right, so we're firing back now. So we got 3 twos. Yeah.
3 2. Yeah. Collateral damage.
Right, here we go. We got a spinner, and looks like 1 big hit out of that. There's 1 hit. And now the 2 threes. These are the tanks. 2 more hits. 3 all day. Okay. So it looks like 3 infantry. Press or retreat.
While playing the
Pizza Man says press. Okay.
Pizza Man says, "Can you please hit a 4 less with the allies?"
No, Chad, I cannot. All right, so this is 2 1s. Nothing. 2 2s. 1 hit there. Okay, and now 3 3s.
3 3s, yeah.
That ought to do it, and it does.
Good.
Okay, so these are the tanks coming out. Okay, and now we still have the 2 3s responding. And they get 2 more hits.
Nice.
Boom, shakalaka.
Ridiculous.
I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Let's bring some Russians down here. Okay. So remaining, I've got an infantry and artillery, 2 tanks, the fighter, and the bomber. Yeah?
Yes, that's what I got.
Everybody agrees? Any arguments from the world? Everybody seems pretty cool with how that...
Not
or at
yet.
least the,
Good thing they didn't take some of that into Ukraine. We might have won that battle.
yeah.
The chat went silent. I think they're stunned.
All right. All right. Just stunned silence.
Just stunned silence.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty good roll for those tanks. That's no doubt about that. All right, so non-combatimus maximus. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, so Chad, you've got a note in here that if the battle goes bad, to talk about the what you want to do with these AA guns. So tell me what you want to do with these AA guns. Okay, so he's talking to everybody else.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do everything else while you're messing around with that. Figure out what you want to do with it. Okay, so the 2 infantry from Cossack are going to Caucasus.
Caucasus, yep.
The fighter from Eastern Ukraine is heading back to Caucasus. The 2 infantry from Novosibirsk are moving to Russia. Infantry from Urals to Archangel. Evanki to the Urals. Yakut to Evanki. Stan to Yakut. This feels full retreatish. Soviet Far East, and then Buryatia to Stan. Okay. All right. And then you're going to move down to there. And then the 11 strategic bombers. When did you get 11 strategic bombers? Come on now. Looks like there might be a typo in here, Chad.
Hey.
What? Okay. Okay, do not send the Russian AA to Eastern Ukraine. Okay, so this is going to stay here.
Karelia.
The Karelia one is moving to Bello?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're going to do this, right? That's going to stay there. The bomber, where's the bomber going? Bomber's going back to Russia. Okay. All right. All right. Who told you guys to buy a fighter? Man. Jeez. Okay. Mobilizing. We are sending 1 guy to Russia. Oh, here, let me take a quick picture. Showing all the non-combat. Okay. Oh, yeah, thank you. Sub goes to C-Zone 2. Thank you. I forgot.
Yeah, don't get that. That's cheap.
Okay. All right. That's the one everybody always forgets anyway. Okay, so now, mobilizing. We're going to go 1 guy into Russia. And then this is a guy, another guy. Everyone else going into Caucasus. All right. Oh, okay. Did I do that wrong? Ooh, I did. Good catch. Good catch, Chad. Sorry. I just think this is a crazy move. So I never think about it. So yeah, that guy belongs in Karelia. Thank you.
Which
All
guy
right.
was that?
The dude I put in Russia. They want it out in Karelia.
Got it.
Okay. So I believe that is the final board state for the Russians. If I am reading that correctly, please let me know if you guys have got any corrections out there. This is 7 Russian infantry.
So I just want to run through the final number of guys in a few spaces to make sure we got it correct.
Yes.
I have 3 infantry and 2 artillery in Caucasus.
Okay, hold on one second. What is this? I don't want to walk in just... Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, we're working on... so, yeah, Bill, we're going to have the total in just a second here. So, let's... so, go ahead and do what you were doing, Doug.
Okay, so I got 3 infantry, 2 artillery in the Caucasus, and then the 2 fighters.
2 infantry, yeah. So...
3...
Right.
Okay. 3 total infantry, 2 artillery, and 2 fighters, right?
Yeah, let me chip this up here. Yeah, 3 infantry, yeah. So there's 3 infantry, 2 artillery, 2 fighters.
2 fighters.
And Caucasus.
Eastern Ukraine, we got 1 infantry, 1 artillery, and 2 armor.
1 infantry, 1 artillery, 2 tanks, yes.
Yep. In Belarusia, we got 4 infantry, 1 artillery, and 2 tanks. Plus the AA gun came down from Karelia.
Right.
Then in Karelia, we got 1 infantry. We got 2 infantry in Russia, plus the bomber.
Right, and the AA gun did not move.
Yeah, A gun. I mean, we got a guy in Archangel, guy in Urals, guy in Evenki, 4 in Yakut, and then 2 in Stanovo. And then the guy who stepped into Manchuria.
Right, so you could as 4 all day.
4, yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah. Okay, any preemptory challenges from the world, or were everybody good? Bill wants 2 fighters on Russia 2. I like it. I love this plan.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so now, and the total losses, by the way, so that's 7 Russian infantry. I'm seeing 5 German infantry and artillery and 2 tanks for losses in Russia 1. So, what is that? 21 for the Allies, 15, 19, 29 for the Axis. So you're still winning the value game there. Okay, so now that takes us over to Germany. G1. All right. Can you get my drink? All right. So Germany. Springtime in Germany. All right. So did we work this out all right? Didn't we, Doug?
Yeah, we want. I got us for a carrier, a fighter, infantry, and an artillery.
Yes. Russia collects 26. Do I have that right? You're plus 2.
Yeah.
You're up Belo and Eastern Ukraine.
Yep.
If my maths are correct. Okay, so I'm sorry, you said a carrier, 2 infantry, or no, what was it? We worked this out before, I just don't remember what it was.
Yeah, it should be a carrier, a fighter, 3 infantry, and an artillery. 37. I'll admit, when I see Russia lose that many land forces, like I am tempted to like build more land forces, but I think I'm okay sticking with it.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the advantage of the carrier here is that it makes it a lot harder for the UK to ignore their homeland, and it keeps the fleet in 5 alive a lot longer. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
So that's why I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna move this just for a second. Let's look at what we want to do here. All right, so we're going for C-Zone 2.
Yeah, I think move the easy stuff first. The 2 subs, the bomber,
Right.
the fighter.
All right, this guy's moved to 2. This is going to be important. So 2, the bomber. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Okay. And that's all that can reach, if I'm correct.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
We want to take the destroyer from 13 into 12. The fighter from France into 12. I think the question is, do we take the fighter from... Well, yeah. Now we have decisions to make. The fighter from Germany can get to 12 also.
Yeah, I think it comes.
Or do we want to hit... What are we going to do inland? Like, there's an 18 defense in the Caucasus right now, and we could hit it with 18. That includes 2 fighters, though, which they have AA. So that's one option. If we could kill...
So wait, so if we could hit Caucasus,
yeah,
that would be 3 infantry, 3 tanks,
yep.
and 2 fighters,
2
right?
fighters. Yep.
3 infantry, 3 tanks, and 3 fighters. But then all that's going to die. The fighters can make it back to Romania.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of picking off the fighters for sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't know.
I mean, that's an option. I think the 2 tanks in eastern Ukraine are a juicy target because there's only a guy and an artillery there to protect them.
Yeah. I feel like eastern Ukraine and Belarus are must-dies.
Yeah, I was about to do the math on Belarus. It looks like they have a 16 defense there, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 16.
16 plus an AA.
Yeah, yeah. And we can get there with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 2, 3 tanks.
Part of me wants to take all of this to Belarus. Because if we can take this AA gun, then we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Take our 3 guys from the Baltic states. I mean, we could get in there with, what did I just say? That's 17 attack. That's before air. 17 on the ground.
I mean, if we do the tank, if we do all 3 tanks into Belarus with these 5 infantry and this artillery, right? Then we send these 2 infantry with the 2 fighters into here with the goal of picking off whatever we can without losing the fighters. If we can take these 2 units out, then great. And that leaves them with the 2 tanks. But it basically will make it impossible for them to make any kind of serious push at Karelia again without the help of the UK. And hopefully that's going to be pretty hard to get.
Yeah.
we could send this artillery this way. We could send the artillery into Eastern Ukraine with the 2 fighters, and then send the 3 tanks with the 5 infantry into Belarusia.
How many air do you want to take into Belarusia?
None.
None. So just hit their 17 defense with our their 16 defense with our 17 attack.
Well, I mean, we can send the artillery that way.
Oh yeah, I think we send the artillery for sure. That's what gives us 17. Otherwise, it's like.
So we got 5. What would it be? 4, 8 plus what? 8 plus what is that? 9 is 17. Yeah, 17. I mean, we could send 1 fighter if you want to.
I just don't want to over. I think we shouldn't overextend with Germany. I think that first round was rough for them. They're kind of low on infantry.
Which is why I'm trying to peel that stack down.
Yeah, I don't want to I don't want to be too aggressive and lose all of our infantry and put a bunch of our tanks on the front line ourselves. So I'm happy to defer. I think you're a little bit of a better German player than I am, so I'm happy to defer to. I'm
generally of the opinion that if you're playing the Axis, like, you need to be aggressive. Like, you've got to be out there trying to kill everything, because they're going to build faster than we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So to me, that's the rub, you know.
Yeah.
But there is also this question.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we send those 2 guys, then they're probably going to want a fighter with them, right? And that's
we could use the transport and the cruiser as well.
We could, but I'd like to use this transport to move 2 guys to Norway, because that bomber's going to land here, and I'd like to not lose that bomber.
Well, yeah, but it's 6 of one, half a dozen the other. We can move the guys from Finland to Norway, and the guys from Germany into Karelia.
Yeah, that's true.
If we use the transport, we get the bombard as well.
Yeah, good call. Okay, so it's these 2 guys coming in here.
So we're taking 2 infantry from Germany up, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we can use a fighter there.
And that fighter moved 2 from Eastern Poland. Okay. So
if we take the fighter there, then we don't have an extra fighter to go into Eastern Ukraine with.
We've got this one.
Well, we have 1 though, not 2. 2 1 and 1 3 against 2 2s and 2 3s. I don't like that. Right, we'd only take 2 men and a fighter against Eastern Ukraine.
Yeah, so I'm okay with, if you would rather, I'm okay with going all in
Belarusia.
Okay. Take the 1 fighter with us, or you know what we could do? Well, no, because we need that tank here. I don't know why I'm bringing 2 infantry here. We'll bring 1 infantry. Hold on.
Bring the guys.
I'll bring an infantry and a tank.
What about the 2 guys from Northwestern Europe?
Yeah, okay, that works too. Can somebody double check a setup sheet and make sure that Germany starts with 4 infantry? Because I want to make sure I didn't make a chipping error there.
That's right. I'm looking at it right now. 4 infantry.
Okay. Okay, so now we don't need this fighter here.
Okay, so you want to take 2 fighters into Belarusia? Or do you want to hit Eastern Ukraine?
I think getting... Yeah, I see your point. I understand what you're saying. Okay, I've still got this fighter in my hand. Okay, put this fighter back where it came from. And this infantry was a chip, so I don't need him anymore. Okay, so if we go around, right, and leave Eastern Ukraine alone, then we can get in there with 23. Is that your calculation?
Yeah.
Okay, and we want to leave these tanks alone
Yeah, could.
in Eastern Ukraine. I mean,
yeah, it'd be 2 1s and 2 3s against 2 2s and 2 3s. And we're not going to take Eastern Ukraine. We're just strafing it or hoping to get 2 hits and kill the guy in artillery, right?
yeah. Yeah, but to me, the value is getting rid of all of the infantry on the front line.
Yeah.
That means if he wants to come to Eastern Poland, he's got to do it with tanks.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's hit Eastern Ukraine then and hope they don't get lucky and hit us 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 infantry and 2 fighters in Eastern Ukraine.
And 17 into Belarusia?
17 to Belarusia against their 16 defense. That's what I don't love.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
We could also strafe it, just try to kill those men and retreat.
No. Okay. No. I like we'll leave this alone and we'll come at this with everything.
All right.
And try to pick, and I want to take this AA gun home as a trophy. All right.
Okay.
Give this back.
Don't let it shoot you.
Yeah. No. All right. So it's this.
Okay.
And the tank.
So we got 5
Tank.
3s, right?
Tank.
We got 3 tanks and 2 fighters, so that's 5 3s. We got a man and artillery, 2 2s, then 4 1s, right?
I believe, yes. All right. So, yeah, here I'm going to do this just to make life a little bit easier. These are all the infantry, and then these are the paired guys. All right, so I got 4 1s, 2 2s, 5 3s.
That's correct.
Yeah?
Yep.
And then we're happy with this?
Yes. We're not
Okay.
doing any combat with the transport, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I like it.
So these fighters are going to have to land down here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use this transport to bring these guys over and bring these guys over. Because I don't want to give them a target.
Yeah. Yeah, if they catch a fighter, then we'll lose the one that only has 1 movement, and then we won't land there.
Right. Okay. Anything else?
I think it looks good. Let's do it.
Any comments from the peanut gallery about our choices?
I have not been looking at the peanut gallery. If Gary rolls on the attack like he did for the world, we have a shot.
Right.
A carrier, question mark?
Right.
Building the grass step.
Okay. So, yeah, I'd like to see Germany go after Spain. Yes, let's do that. That'd be a good plan.
Always buy carrier. I like it, Charles.
That's right. All right. Yeah, it wouldn't be a Doug Thorpe game if we weren't buying carriers for everybody. Carriers for everybody. For Germany, for Japan. All right. Apologies to my UK friends in Calcutta. All right, so we got to start with the offshore shot. Oh, I don't know if anybody recognized these die from the original game. That's from the '84 box.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So we have to start with the offshore, or with the what's it called? Amphibious assault. So this is a 1. Okay. So this is the 1. This is the 2 3s. Okay. The infantry, the tank, and the cruiser. Right?
Oh, good. That makes sense.
Everybody cool with that?
That'll do it.
That'll do it. That's 2 hits. Okay.
Hit.
And now he shoots back and hits. Okay.
Dang.
Fine, be that way. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a great.
Taking that one. Okay. Next. C-Zone 2? Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
This is a big one, kids.
So I'm presuming they want to keep the sub in it to soak hits, and it would get to shoot at a.
Sub-submerging or no? Chad? I'm assuming that we're going to assume that the sub's going to stay because that's probably the right move. But you guys might have something sneaky planned. I don't know. No submerging.
Keep the sub up.
Yeah, keep the sub.
Keep it in for fodder.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah. All right. Good enough. Okay. So the sub fights, which means it's going to roll first. It needs a 1, and it almost. That would have been bad, friends. All right, so the subs fire. Now our subs are going to fire at a 2. These are not sneak attacks. They're just firing. Nothing. We got the 3 for the fighter. 1 hit. And the 4, a second hit. Okay, so I'm going to assume that that is the carrier, or the battleship and the sub going away.
Our airplanes can't hit their sub, so it's got to be the battleship and the destroyer.
Ooh, good call. He's very smart, that one. Okay, so now they get to the battleship gets to shoot back at a 4 and hits, and the destroyer at a 2 and misses.
I think you rolled those backwards. That first one was the destroyer, right? It's a joke.
Okay, I was like, oh man, just screw me up here. Marty.
They would have missed with both if they would have done that. So. Right.
Okay, so that's all for that round of combat. We press.
Yes, press.
Their sub. Our both subs will now have a sneak attack. So here's attackers go first. So I am rolling now for the sub, our sub. And it misses. And now for their sub, it also misses. And now for our fighter, fighter hits. That's 1 hit for our fighter. And now another for the bomber. Bomber hits. So that's 2. So that's going to be this and this.
Yeah.
But their sub is still alive.
Correct.
That is a quirk.
Their battleship gets to shoot back still.
Yes, it does, and it's going to do that right this minute. So their battleship is returning fire and hitting the other sub, presumably, right? Yeah. Okay, so that battle's over now because now we don't have any units that can shoot at each other.
Correct.
So their sub is going to stay in the space, and our fighters are going to stay in the space. Okay. That's kind of an unusual outcome for that battle, but I'll take it. Down to C-Zone 12. This
always makes me nervous for the Axis.
Yeah, as it should. This was a little scarier. All right, so that let's do this. There's a destroyer hits.
Nice.
And the 2 fighters hits 1, so that's going to be everybody. So they're returning fire now at this is their destroyer. Misses, and their cruiser hits. Okay, so we need to lose 1. Ooh.
I think we lose the destroyer. Right? If they want to come land in Morocco, let them.
Yeah, but then they've got to fight through 12. And then, so it would be a destroyer versus a destroyer, and they'd have to send air units with it to make sure that it didn't go so badly that they lost the transports that came into the battle, right?
Yeah.
It would just make it a lot harder to go after Morocco.
I think it would make it impossible to go after Morocco. But we could bring down the tank and the infantry from France. We could even send the tank and the infantry from Libya over, and I think that makes it impossible for them to take it also. Now, all of our guys are kind of out of position to protect the one fighter. I mean, honestly, if we lose the fighter that moved 3, we don't even have to land the other fighter in Morocco. It can go to Libya.
Right, we can move these guys out.
Yeah.
Right, then we don't have to defend. We don't have to try to defend this fighter. And now they've got to try to kill this.
Yep.
So you want to lose this fighter, keep the destroyer in 12, move these guys out, use the transport to move some additional guys up here or to Libya, or I mean, it creates some non-combat options. I never thought that I would be saying lose the destroyer before a fighter, but this is kind of an unusual situation.
Yeah, it is. I mean, what the heck, man? Maybe we should just lose the fighter and try it, see what happens. Find out if we're idiots later.
We did buy another fighter.
We did. I just like having 6 fighters with Germany, not 5. But we have to re-divert 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically 6 units in order to protect Morocco and that fighter.
Right.
And it frees all 6 of those units up if we don't do that.
To go do something else.
Yeah. Sure. Let's lose the fighter.
All right, we're going to gamble. We'll gamble with you.
Yep.
We'll see what happens. Now, I will say that we're making this decision before we know whether or not these fighters survive.
I know. I was thinking that. I was like, we should have rolled the AA up there first. Because if those things get shot down, then that's real bad news for Germany.
All right, I'm a gambler. Let's see. We'll do it. We'll see what happens. Yeah, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna move on.
I'm just gonna let you decide, then I can blame it on you if it goes south.
This is why it's a team game.
That's right. Sure. Let's lose the fighter. Lose the fighter. Real high.
I can't believe Gary made us do that. That guy. He said he knew how to play this game.
Gary, it's all your fault.
That's right. All right, into Belarus now. All right, so we got 4-1s. Oh no, they've got their AA first. All right, so this is their Belarus AA. Okay, there you go. Woo. I'm not gonna lie, I puckered up a little bit. I saw the 1 as it spun around there. All right, that was good. That scared me. Yeah. I got the palpitations there. All right, so 4-1s. 3 6s we got that time, okay.
Pattern
2 2s. 1 hit there. And now we've got 5 3s.
Hit him 4 or 5 of these, Gary. Come on.
5 3s. Here we go. 3 hits. So it's 4 all day. All right, so that's all right. All right, so what did I say, 4? So that's the 4 infantry.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so now they're firing back with 5 2s. All right, 5 2s. Woo! Ouch! That's 3 hits. That one's going to sting a little bit. Okay. And now 2 3s. All right, those missed. All right, that was expensive. All right, that's 3 infantry.
Do we retreat to Baltic states? Or do you press and get the 2 tanks and put our 3 tanks on the front line?
Okay, so let's look at what that would be. So if we kill these guys, assume that they take out 2 more, so that we're sitting there with an artillery and 3 tanks. They'll be able to counterattack with 1, 2, 3, 4 infantry, these 2 tanks, 2 fighters, and a bomber.
Yeah. This is where I want us to not have to say everything in front of them because I have thoughts I don't want the world to hear.
Yeah, well, it's part of the deal. They also have to fight amongst themselves for staying on the same course. So we each have our disadvantages. So what are you thinking?
Well, we'll have an AA gun there.
Right. So there are.
Yeah, if they want to risk their air to go after that, I kind of say let them. I also think that if they want to put their last 2 tanks on the front line, let them.
Yeah, because we're going to have 6 infantry here, right, in eastern Poland.
Yeah, yeah, we'll be
Right.
able
So
to go back in there. Yeah, so I say
right. So
rest.
yeah. So we'll have 6 infantry. These 2 tanks. These 2 fighters are going to have to go back out to C-Zone 5, though. So
That's fine.
For the carrier. Or no, one of them will, because we bought a fighter, yeah. Okay, so we're going to press.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the solo infantry. Killing it with the 6s now. 2 2s. Nothing.
Okay, you better wipe them, man.
These guys in South Africa are really just trying to bug me. All right, and then, okay, 5 3s.
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
Oh my god.
2 hits. 2 hits, 2 hits, 2 hits. Okay. Okay, so we got 2. Make a note. Alright, that was not as good. Alright, that's alright. So here's their 2. Miss. Here's their 3s.
Win.
2 hits. Okay.
I think we got to go. It's 50-50 that they kill the artillery, but getting the
Yeah, getting the AA gun's going to be worth it. Yeah.
AA worth it.
All right, so here's the 2. What? Oh, okay, okay. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay, fixing the box. Sorry. Here's the 2. Misses. Here are the 5 3s. We got him. We got him. All right, so he falls. Now, does he get to shoot back? Ooh, he does shoot back, but see if he takes anybody with him. And he does. Big stand in Belarusia for the Russians here.
That was big.
All right, but oh, ouch, ouch.
Brutal.
Whose idea was this? Okay. Okay, and that's all the combat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That's all right. Okay, so non-combat.
Fighter and bomber go to Norway.
Yep. Okay. These guys are walking.
The fighter that moved 2 that's in Belarusia moves to C-Zone 5. The other fighter we can build and just place on the carrier.
Good, I like it.
Okay.
Wait, no, that doesn't work.
Why not?
It's more than 2 spaces away.
No, it's not. Belarusia touches state.
From here. I'm sorry. I thought you said C-Zone 12.
Yeah, no. Belarusia.
Sorry. Okay.
I like the C-Zone 12 guy in Libya. I mean, we could put him in France, but they could also hit France with the UK if they want to. So I kind of like him in Libya better.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then you want to move the guy in the tank down here
I think so. Yeah.
for a G2 to Egypt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It also protects the transport. I like that.
Yeah. Because we may be able to bounce those guys out on G2, right? If the Italians are successful when they come here or whatever they end up doing, then we can probably move those guys someplace else. Okay, so these guys are coming over, making space for the Italian fleet so that this picture makes some kind of sense. Very crowded in Libya.
My son helped me set up, and he accidentally put the chip under the Italian battleship. I was like, I'll take that.
Right.
But, okay. So we got to move the Finland guy to Norway for sure. Is that right?
I mean, if it was if it's 4 infantry, a fighter, and a bomber, that would be versus a guy and a tank, 3 infantry, or I'm sorry, an infantry, a tank, 2 fighters, a bomber, and an AA shot, or a cruiser shot. So I feel like it doesn't feel like enough. I think 5 infantry does the job.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it then.
Well, actually, hold on. This fighter came from here. It can go 1, 2. It can go 1, 2, 3. We can put another fighter there.
Yeah, I seem to remember that happening in a game once. Something seems really familiar with that, and it went really poorly for the Axis.
Yeah. Well, I think they also still had the battleship and and another transport or something. Like it was more than. It wasn't what they have here.
14 versus 10.
Yeah, the other thing that we could do is we could move this destroyer over here, which would stop the offshore shot.
No, I think we leave the destroyer there to cover the carrier.
Because now it's a carrier, 2 fighters, and a cruiser versus 2 fighters and a bomber. We're still big favorites there. And if he wants to blow the UK air units, trying to blow that up, I think I'm cool with that. Don't you think? I mean, I'm not married to it, but I think that it's an option. Or do you want to keep this fleet together?
I prefer keeping the fleet together.
Okay.
I think we move the sub out to Sea Zone 3 or 6 or 7 because they don't have a destroyer now.
Right. Yeah, we could move the sub out to 7 so it can counter our strike anything that hits 12.
12, yeah, and it can still reach up to 3 or to 2.
Right, or 2. Right, yeah. Okay. Okay. So that means then it's got to be both over here and the fighter, or maybe it's this, or this way rather. This and this. So I mean that would give us.
I think we send both guys out there. That's my opinion. 10,
Okay.
14, 18, 19. I mean, they come in with 17. We have 19 there to defend if we send both men in the fighter.
Okay. All right, I'm okay with that. I'm looking at this attack on Karelia, right? If they send the guy and the bomber, they're probably going to take that tank out.
Yeah.
But if there's a guy there, then it's probably a lot harder to justify that.
Yeah, I'm good either way.
Yeah, I think it's a guy here. Because I don't want them to. If we can hold this, and stop them from building there, man, I think that goes a long way. And this is what? 8, 12, yeah, 8, 12, 16, 17. They can get there with, what, 1, 4, 10, 14, and one offshore shot?
Yeah, 17 if you count the bombard.
Yeah,
I mean,
I always count bombards as one.
If they recapture Corellia, they can't build there. They got to own it from the beginning of the turn.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Okay.
But I'd also like to not lose that tank because I think these guys are going to have a hard go of it. But hopefully they're able to cause a little pain and suffering in the process. And you know, they've only got so many infantry, and they were suckers and bought that fighter, so they don't really have as many land units as they should. So that's going to come back and bite me. Them buying that fighter is going to bite me, I promise you.
That sounds like something a really smart guy said in the live stream a couple weeks ago when he was arguing with you about it.
Probably. They do that sometimes.
Okay, all right. Let's just call it good. I think we're overthinking this.
Okay.
So
now it's 6 to Poland.
6 to Poland. We're going to leave Ukraine open. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tanks to Poland.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, to Ukraine probably, or to Bulgaria. And now, okay, let's go to Bulgaria. Those are there. Those are there. Where? Move that over. That over. That. Boy, I tell you, part of me wants to take that AA gun out of Belarus and move it to Eastern Poland.
Well, if we're not putting any units there, we should take the German AA and march it, and then take the AA out of France for now.
I did that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean...
So Poland to Germany, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Paris to... Yeah.
I don't know that we're going to... Yeah, I think it's fine. Yep. I like it. It looks good.
Okay. I don't think I got a shot at the combat move, but be fine. Okay. Well, you can't move until next turn. To move the AA, you have to control it at the start of your turn. I do what I want. I do what I want.
What are they? But we're not moving the AA.
No, they were reminding me that you can't move the AA on a turn you capture.
I actually forgot about that too. I don't know if that's the rule in all the versions, or just this one. I'm a little fuzzy on that rule.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up, but I believe you.
Yeah.
Okay, so mobilizing, yes. Here.
Could have made those German carriers a fuzz wider.
Maybe just a little.
Yeah.
And infantry and an artillery. Skadoosh. Okay, let's clean up this loss. And then we'll do a quick review of, this actually makes 6. All right, so quick run through of the map here. Norway has 4 infantry, 2 fighters, and a bomber. Sea Zone 5, it's got a transporter, destroyer, cruiser, carrier, and 2 fighters. 7 has a sub, 12 has a destroyer. Libya has 3 infantry, 2 tanks, an artillery, and a fighter. The transport's in 14. Karelia's got a guy in a tank. Belarusia has 3 tanks and a AA gun. Poland has 6 infantry, 2 tanks, or excuse me, East Poland has 6 infantry and a tank. Poland has 4 infantry and an AA gun. Bulgaria, Romania has 2 infantry. Germany has 3 infantry and an artillery plus the AA gun that moved over from France. And I think that's it. Yeah?
Yeah.
And Ukraine is empty.
Ukraine is empty.
Total losses this time, that's 6 infantry, 2 subs, a fighter, and an artillery for the Germans. The Allies lose 6 Russian infantry, an artillery, a tank. They also lost the UK transport, 2 destroyers, a cruiser, and the battleship. I will add all that up later. And I'll have the full madness later on. All right. So now that turns the action over to the UK. Skadoosh. It's on to you guys. So you've got this down here. You've got, this is your India situation. This is your Africa situation. This is your North Atlantic situation. And I think, did I get, yeah. Okay. All right. Any comments that
None that
in
I
the
saw.
chat?
Nothing.
Okay. Okay, so what I need to do over here really is get the
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. We're gonna wait for the UK to go, and then the UK will go. Then we'll follow up with Italy.
Yeah. Okay. You know what I've just realized here is if I can put us on, I can treat this like a down shot. I can treat the down shot like a screen share, and I can put us like picture in picture on the bottom. I can put you, I don't really have a background, but anyway, okay, so let's bring us back to the side by side of us talking. Did that change the audio at all?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So does it sound better or worse or like it did before?
Well, it's better. It was like louder before, but had that echo, but the echo's gone. It's not quite as loud. I'm just adjusting to your
Okay.
muted voice.
All right. Hey, we got ourselves a super chat. Thanks, Craig. I appreciate that. Thanks for putting this game on, guys. Very fun so far. Yeah, I think this is going okay so far. I'm feeling like we've finding our way through a couple of the snafus, but the poll or the commanders are now open to start working on UK 5. First, let me say thank you to our commanders for getting their orders in, and all of them on time, and some of them pretty early. And we really appreciate that. We know that this has got a bit of a learning curve to it, so we appreciate them working through that and taking the time to think about their moves, and for making an effort to make sure that all the moves were not the same. So we like to try to mix it up a little bit and see different lines of thinking from everybody. So we appreciate that, and we appreciate them wanting to play with us and being members. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I think UK's turn will be really interesting because I feel like UK has a lot of options, more than Russia even. So it would be very interesting to see the diversity or variance within the UK.
Yeah.
UK.
So before I let everybody go, I got one question. How would I'm wondering? I like the idea of this being a member-only live stream thing, but part of this is making sure that we're continuing to grow and getting new members, right? Like that's the whole idea. And I feel like if all of these are always closed, that it's going to be hard to do that. So I'm wondering about opening like one of like a Friday night, like every other Friday, maybe, where it's open to the public and we can kind of give people if we're on Germany 3, we'll take them through Germany 3 and uh, they can certainly enjoy watching. They won't have been able to vote, but they'll be able to see what's happening. So I don't know how everybody feels about that, or do you want to continue to keep it member only? I think that's cool. So there is one other way to do this, which is to open up the live streams to everyone, but make the chat member only. Which I think might be helpful, particularly when we're trying to like go through the moves here. Like if I'm asking you, like, are we retreating or are we staying or submerging this thing or whatever, or I try to move something that can't be moved, it's going to be important that we're able to see what's happening in the,
Only
and here's another
member.
point. Yes. It also creates the opportunity for our friends that are diehards to provide gift memberships, which is always appreciated. So yes, so I think maybe that's what we'll do is we'll make it so that the next one of these that we do is open to the public, but that the chat is member only. Mm-hmm. And I think hopefully that will entice more people to become members. And like Craig said, it creates an opportunity for them to become members. Dale, you're a little late, my friend, but that's okay. This will be available. You can watch it whenever you want, and you can see how Russia went, and then Germany won followed up. So I think it was both. I thought were really good moves. I thought the Russia move was good. I thought the German reply was worked out.
It was
reasonably
brilliant.
Well.
Absolutely,
they were geniuses. It was all Doug. It was amazing.
That's Russia one, German one I've ever seen.
One last question for our members out there. Are you planning to go to the spring gathering? Are you planning to go to Gen Con or any other tournaments in the very near future? Greg Smorey put out an email early this morning, like 8 o'clock this morning, saying that the spring gathering was filling up fast and they're running out of space over there. It's not designed to be a big event. So they're getting pretty full pretty fast. But I also just got my press credentials for Gen Con. I got one badge so far. I'm hoping for more for the rest of the team, but I'll definitely be at Gen Con. And I posted the timeline for like the hotel block opened today, and somebody got a room that I was really kind of surprised. That lottery thing is kind of screwy. That lottery thing almost never works, but but it did for somebody I was talking to earlier today. I forget who it was, but they did get a room and they had a later time in the lottery, so that was pretty good. But the other was so we'll be looking for like a large Airbnb for the BGN staff. So that's kind of how we always do it. But Robin is saying that the anniversary is full at the spring gathering. I haven't registered yet, so I mean I may be playing North Africa, or maybe I'll play in that novice tournament. That'll be fun. I'll go play in the novice anniversary or the novice 42 second edition tournament. That'll be fun.
That's right. Trying to prep my son for that one.
Yes. All right. Well, cool. So yeah. Greg is thinking about making that a 4-round tournament to open up more spots at the spring gathering. That's kind of what the email this morning was talking about. So we'll see. If you're interested in playing in it, make sure that you register soon because, like I said, it's filling up fast. And hopefully I'll be able to get a seat at the table. We'll find out. All right. So any other thoughts?
Solo.
What?
I said I might be playing solo.
Yeah.
Or with a random partner, I guess, it's full.
Maybe. We'll see how it plays out. All right, awesome. Any other thoughts, questions, comments, things you want to talk about?
No,
We got
I'm
this
good,
one
man.
right at an hour and a half. We are going to get
Yeah.
faster at this. But again, these early matches, these early moves always take a lot longer. So these should get a little quicker as we move through here. But awesome. Well, Doug, thank you for the time, guys. Everybody out there, thanks for watching. Cray, thanks for the super chat, and thank you for everybody for being members. And when we schedule this next one, which I guess today is Sunday, so that would make it Tuesday night. We open up for the Commanders for 24 hours. We give the world 24 hours to vote. And that puts us back here Tuesday night at 7 o'clock to do battle again, right?
Yes. Sounds good.
Awesome. So, Dale, the answer to your question is Tuesday night at 7. And then that, in theory, should put us...
Central.
7 Central. Thank you very much. 7 p.m. Central Time.
That's 8 p.m. Eastern for me.
Yes, 8 p.m. Eastern for the kids out in the cool part of town. All right, so whatever. Awesome. So I think we're good for now. So now, Commanders, it's up to you. The sheet is open for UK moves. You've got 31 IPCs to spend. Let's see what you got, and we'll see you on Tuesday night at 7 Central Time, and then we will after. Then who comes after that? Italy. Italy comes after the UK, right?
Yes.
So that's hopefully, presumably that will be a shorter live stream than this one. So 5 p.m. Pacific. So get home from work fast. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Have a great night. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.